Yo, what's going on, guys? Mush back at it with another video, another edition of Top 5 Best PC Game Deals of the Week. Some really good deals this week, so as always, let's just get right into this. Number 5, starting things off over on Bundle Stars, you can pick up Shadowrun Hong Kong Extended Edition, 80% off down to $4. Now, this is a daily deal, so it's only lasting for another 21 hours and change. By the time you guys are watching this video, a little bit less than that. A lot of keys are still remaining, and this is a really good deal for Shadowrun Hong Kong. Typically goes for $20 and down 80% to $4. This is one that I haven't personally played, but I've played the other Shadowrun games, and I think they're really solid and underrated classic story-driven RPGs. Not a lot of people talk about them. Sure, technically they're not at the level of a lot of other games, but from storytelling, world building, and character development, I think they're some of the best games around. And as always, when you buy games on Bundle Stars, the keys do redeem on Steam, so that's very nice. If you haven't played the Shadowrun games, maybe check out some of the older ones. However, this one for $4, I believe, is as cheap as the other one, so maybe just jump right into this one as well. And if you've been a fan of this series and haven't checked out this one, obviously pick it up for this price. It's gonna be a really good deal. I'll probably pick it up at this price too, and I'll check it out sometime in the future. Number 4 is gonna be the Batman games, which are all 75% off, except for Batman Arkham Knight, which is 60% off. Now, those are the Arkham games. Some of the other Batman titles are also on sale. Batman the Telltale series is 75% off, down to $625, and then there is also Batman Arkham Origins Blackgate, which is like a 2.5D title. That's down to $5, and then you also have the Lego Batman titles, which are also all on sale. Now, obviously, Batman Arkham is the most popular out of those games. Those are great titles. Batman Arkham games are fantastic. Literally, each one of the games, except for Arkham Origins, which was developed by an outside studio, but Arkham Origins is still pretty good. That game serves as a prequel, and it's still an alright game, but Arkham Asylum, Arkham City, and Arkham Knight, all really good games. Now, Arkham Knight obviously had a lot of issues on PC, but since then, they have been mostly remedied, and it is a very good experience on PC now. However, if you are foreign to the series, if this is your first time playing this series, I would highly recommend to just start off with Arkham Asylum, then work your way up to Arkham City and Arkham Knight, and even check out Arkham Origins, because like I said, while I don't think it's at the level of Arkham Asylum or Arkham City, it's still an alright game in its own right, and alright in Arkham terms means pretty freaking good. Like I said, Arkham City, Arkham Asylum, and Arkham Origins, all $5 each. That is the Arkham Asylum and Arkham City Game of the Year edition, by the way, so that'll get you all the DLC as well. And then Batman Arkham Knight is 60% off, down to $8, which is a good deal as well. But like I said, if you're just getting started with the series, I would just work your way up, because they are all terrific games. If I had to make a decision on which of these games are the best, honestly, I think Batman Arkham City is the best out of the 3 games. The thing about Arkham City was that I think it had all the good from Arkham Asylum while still retaining a relatively big world. Not as big as Arkham Knight, but it's still very much content filled. And yeah, Arkham City is a fantastic game, but the Batman Arkham series in general is really, really great. And also, like I said, you can also pick up the Batman Telltale series. Episode 1 of that is absolutely free, by the way, so you can just check that out. And then each of the Lego Batman games are 75% off for $5 each. Number 3, also a part of the DC sale, is Injustice Gods Among Us. Typically don't talk about fighting games on PC too much, but Injustice is a great game, and unfortunately we didn't get Injustice 2 on PC, so this is kind of what we're gonna have to deal with, at least for now. Hopefully sometime in the future Injustice 2 does come over to PC. But yeah, Injustice is a pretty good game, and it's got a solid single player component as well. The real issue with PC fighting games is that a lot of the times you're gonna go online and there's not too much of an active community for them, which is unfortunate, but still there's a lot of fun to be had in Injustice. Obviously you can also play it locally if you want, but there's a lot of fun to be had in Injustice. The single player is solid, and just playing around with all the different characters can lead to a lot of fun. And 75% off, down to just $5, is a really good deal for a really great fighting game. Number 2 is gonna be Alien Isolation, 76% off, down to $9.59. I think this is the best deal I've seen on Alien Isolation. Now, this game is a little bit older. It released back in October of 2014, so been almost 3 years since this game released, but this is a really good game. Did the Aliens franchise justice. Creative Assembly actually developed this game, which is very interesting. Sega and Creative Assembly. And yeah, it's a really solid single-player action-adventure horror game. Technically, on PC, it looks really good, and at this point, it's not too hard to run either. At the time of its release, it recommended around a GTX 660, so at this point, that's nothing too major at all. And while it is single-player only, that single-player is quality. It'll take you about 10 to 12 hours to complete a decent amount of content, and for just under $10, $9.60, I think this is a worthwhile purchase if you're a fan of the license or you just want a really solid action horror game. Finally, number 1, Borderlands 2 2 Game of the Year Edition is 76% off, down to $9.59 as well, just like Alien Isolation. And I always like to mention Borderlands 2 Game of the Year Edition because it is just a insane amount of content for your money. If it's under $10, you gotta pick it up if you don't have it, because you get Borderlands 2, the base game, which already alone, you guys know I absolutely adore Borderlands. There's so much content in those games, a lot of replayability because you got different characters to play as. But with the Game of the Year Edition, you obviously get all of the DLC, and that adds an insane amount of content on top of the already insane amount of content in Borderlands 2. And really, you can end up playing this game for north of 120, 130, even 150 hours. And there's a lot of reason to go back and play through the game multiple times. Obviously, if you got a couple friends, then even better, you can play through the game cooperatively. But even playing through Borderlands 2 single player, I had a lot of fun. I played through the game co-op, and then I went back and played it again solo, and I had a lot of fun playing it solo as well. It's just a really good game, and I feel like Borderlands has to be a staple to any PC library. They are just terrific games, and with the Game of the Year Edition, like I said, you're getting an insane amount of content for your money. So that's gonna wrap up this video, guys. As always, thanks for watching. If you have a request for a future video, you can drop that in the comment section down below. I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.